we continuously live in a hostile environment in Southeast Asia. We have countries that continue to criminalize LGBTQIA+ persons, like Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia, who kept on saying that this is not inherent in ASEAN cultural values nor norms. LGBTQIA+ agenda is a Western human rights agenda. What is vital is we build strong connections amongst activists, because whenever there are reprisals happening in one space, we need to leverage on the energy, the strength, the resources of activists from other parts of the world to make us strong and to know what potential steps can be made in order to secure ourselves, to secure our queer blinks, to secure our community. When we started in ASEAN SOGIE Caucus, the intention was to engage the ASEAN human rights mechanism. At that time, there was so much promise with this mechanism that it can help in advancing, promoting, and protecting the rights of LGBTQIA+ persons. But then we realized over time that this mechanism has structural flaws. It works on the basis of consensus, and therefore, when countries would view LGBTQIA+ human rights as sensitive or critical issues, then nothing will move forward. This is where we ventured into a parallel and complementary approach, and that is to engage UN mechanisms. And the reason being is that we have to make sure that there is a common consensus globally that LGBTQIA+ human rights are indeed part of the human rights framework. It's a good way to reconnect with the diplomatic community in New York. As an NGO that has recently obtained an ECOSOC special consultative status, we thought that perhaps we can look into the New York side of the UN, look at the General Assembly, looking at the ECOSOC itself, and perhaps try to leverage on the HLPF, the mechanism that looks into the Sustainable Development Goals, and how we can create spaces so that issues of Southeast Asian LGBTQIA+ activists can be addressed in there. So we want UN human rights mechanisms to make sure that they have recommendations or concluding observations that will apply to Southeast Asian countries. While at the same time, we also have to work at the ground level, maximizing the role of the national human rights institutions in providing redress for LGBTQIA+ activists and human rights defenders, working around cultural narratives. And this is where specifically we engage cultural workers, artists, creatives to come up with new stories, to tell our stories of inclusion, of respect. Because at the end of the day, at the community level, there are spaces of inclusion and respect in the family, in the community, and even within religious sectors.